Beautiful Townsville, gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, magnetic island just off to the east. 185,000 people here. Beautiful weather up here at this time of the year. Castle Hill, it's just alongside the racetrack. Now, my mate here, when he has his 3 minutes off every year and you hang around with him, he likes a crossword. So he'll flick around you and say, Brazilian butterfly, 7 letters, starts with a Z. Any clues? And I've never got a clue. So now I'm going to ask you a question. Why is it Castle Hill, not Castle Mountain?
That is a very good question. Can we take that offline? Can we do that later?
You don't know, do you?
I don't know.
It's the first time I've stumped him in ages. Because it needs to be 8 metres taller. It's 292 metres. If it was another 8 metres taller, it's Castle Mountain. If it eats its veggies, it'll grow up and become a mountain one day.
Please welcome
Time to welcome our next guest. He's been all around the universe in the last couple of weeks. Mark Winterbottom, nice to have you with us.
That's the most informative information I've heard.
Yeah. V8 Extra, where you learn stuff. The Thinking Man's Motorsport program. Mate, you've been off to Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. We're looking forward to going there next year. And I was really thrilled to see the report you did for us on V8 Extra. He was a reporter who did an outstanding job, but the racetrack looks awesome.
It does. The racetrack is amazing. The elevation that they've not so much built into it, but the land that they've got there, the characteristic of it, it's got 130 foot from pit lane to turn 1, blind corners, fast corners, only 11 corners built, but it's going to be an awesome track. But everyone keeps asking me if I've got those boots that I walked in and bought at the shop, but $1,300, I don't know how many people saw the eye movement, but I was surprised that boots can cost you $1,300.
Have a look at the vision. You're out of control.
Well, when we got there, the guy said, yep, do what you want. And then another guy come in and said, no, 30 mile an hour is all you can do. So I did it once and then started doing that at the end.
Yeah, you had a lot of oversteer for 30 mile an hour there, Frosty. You also spent a bit of time at Disneyland. Cars Land has opened. You've had a cameo role in the movie Cars 2 here, and by all accounts, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Cars Land was fantastic and really cool rides, but there was probably 20 wide and 1,000 deep all day of people just charging into Cars Land. But it's such an important attraction, and everyone races to Cars Land, so it was really good fun.
Hey, mate, and what about here? I mean, you've had a good record in these sorts of circuits. It's a place that's obviously a very compact style of circuit. You're looking forward to this weekend?
I am. Yesterday was not good for me, but tyre quality and a few things are definitely going to change that today. But love the circuit. But I do think this is a danger round for all the players in the championship. 150 points for a win and 0 for a DNF. I think it can reward you, it can hurt you, and this one's going to be a tough one for championship. And come December, I'm sure someone will have a story about this weekend, and I hope it's a good one for FPR.
It's been a ripper season for you so far. You're just 11 points behind Will in the championship. You're third at the moment, but wins in Western Australia, wins in New Zealand, win at Phillip Island. You've been on fire.
Yeah, it's been great. The best win of the year was definitely New Zealand. That was exciting to hold on to the end and have Jamie Whincup, who's probably one of the most aggressive guys in the category, not being able to pass you. He pushed every fender to try and get past you, but couldn't. And New Zealand was such a great win. But obviously the future over there. I'm the last winner at Hamilton, which is a nice stat.
Yeah.
And who knows what the future holds there. But it was great to get that last win on that street circuit.
Fantastic.
Here's the point scenario at the moment. I just made mention of you're 11 points behind Will, but I mean it's super tight at the top there with 38 points between Jamie and Will, and we're now into that very busy second half of the championship, and you've got a good starting bank there. You've got a great position to play from.
Yeah, it's and also Lowndes, he wins Darwin and now he's a main player. He's a guy that's got nothing to lose. 247 points, he's absolutely nothing in this championship. So he hasn't got you this year, so that's good at Bathurst and Sandown, so it might hurt him a bit. But he's definitely a player as well. So it's game on. We've been told that I can race Will, which is fantastic as well. And it's a true fight for the championship. It's fantastic.
It's not too late for him to leave the commentary box and go back into a race car, by the way. I mean, it's a free country. You can do anything you like. You made mention of New Zealand before, Frosty. Great news at 1 o'clock Thursday this past week, because the announcement was made by V8 Supercars. We're going back to New Zealand, and a bloke who's got a great affinity with the racetrack at Pukekohe, where we'll be going, is down in the garage at Stone Brothers Racing. Ross Stone, this is fantastic news for the industry.
Yeah, it is. It's great, and especially a 5-year deal there, locked in. We can all get on with it now. I actually remember going to the first ever New Zealand Grand Prix at Pukekohe. Won't tell you what year it was, but it was a while ago.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago, eh, Ross?
Hey, Ross, Pukekohe obviously has always presented really good racing. We've been going there since, the late 80s. We're going to make a few little changes to the circuit, obviously, to make sure that it's modernised and in good order. But, you've got a good record there. Your cars have always been strong.
Yeah, our cars have always been strong there, but actually we've never ever won. The only time we ever won in New Zealand was in the modern V8 era, was at Hamilton. So we've got some unfinished business when we go there. And Russell Ingall was telling Shane yesterday that I always put a bit of extra pressure on those guys when they go there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, as you know, Ross, Scafey can be a bit rude on occasion. He just nudged me and said, tell Ross to do it in Australian for us.
I did not say that, Ross. That's not right.
Mate, we're looking forward to getting back there. Thanks for playing with us today, and we're looking forward to getting back to New Zealand, Pukekohe. Have a great run this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks for that, and we're looking forward to going there too.
Good on you, mate. Ross Stone there from Stone
Cheers.
Brothers Racing, and they've got 3 cars in the field this afternoon for races 14 this afternoon, race 15 tomorrow, a couple of 200k races. I'll spit it out eventually. Yeah, much easier for me to say. We're also looking forward, boys, to going to Abu Dhabi at the end of the year. Etihad, our international airline partner for V8 Supercars, put together some fantastic packages. Jump online, v8supercars.com.au, and of course we'll be joining Formula One over there as well. So pairing up V8 Supercar and Formula One is going to be a massive event. It's an extraordinary part of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Abu Dhabi's fantastic, and it's one of those places you take the family because you want to get away and enjoy the trip, but normally costs you a fortune because gold and diamonds are cheap there, so you normally come home quite sore, but
Very true.
It's a good trip.
Go and concentrate on your race this afternoon, Frosty. Thanks for hanging out with us.
$2.5 grand for pole.
Yeah, you need it to be able to spend it. Craig Lowndes coming up next. Take a break on V8 Extra. Back with more in a moment.